Hey guys, William Murphy here, and today we're going to be doing something very different to normal, but still very car related. So it's something that maybe most of you would have experienced at some point during your driving career, and well, let's not beat around the bush, let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, so this is my daily driver. I get in the car, switch the ignition on, wait for the glow plug lights to go out. Here we go. The battery is flat as a pancake. Now this has had a recurring issue with this car recently with the battery going dead. So I have a new battery. So today I'm going to change it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump start the car over to the garage, and then I'm going to change the battery there because it'll be a bit easier with the tools. Okay, so in recent weeks when it's been a little bit colder, this car has been an absolute pig to start. In fact, it's been jumped probably more times than it has started with the key. So I've bought a new battery. Hopefully that's going to be the fix. It has had a new starter motor last year, which was also a bit of a fault. It was very sluggish, but the battery is the next job to get gone. So removing these plastic trims, let's keep them somewhere safe. Now I want to disconnect the positive and disconnect the negative, and there's also a clamp down the front there that's going to help sort of secure the battery in place. MOT wise, the battery has to be secure. Can't get any wobble on a battery, so if it moves it will be a failure, so we need to make sure that bracket gets fitted back on as well. Okay, so I have a 10mm spanner to undo the bracket, the positive bracket as well. This top section has to come off first, then I can get access to the bottom the bracket underneath this holder. The top one I could probably just use a 10mm spanner and get that top bracket off and take it all off together. One thing to be really careful with batteries is if you bridge the terminals, you will get an electric shock and it'll be pretty painful. Don't leave anything on top of the battery. If you've got anything to leave it on the scuttle panel, leave it on a toolbox somewhere else. So yeah, let's get cracking. So with that bracket off, move it right to the side, so it has no chance of connecting to that battery again. It should be off enough to just wiggle that cable off. So again, just move it to the side. So I have to lift the battery out, so anything that's in the way is going to be an obstruction. And then if we look, so if you look just down here, you can see the bolt that's holding that carrier on. That's the sort of bracket that's holding the battery in place. So it looks like a 13mm nut. That'll come off and the whole battery will just lift out then. Battery is out. I can then undo this. Positive terminal here. Okay, let's put that to one side. And take the new battery. So things to check when you get a new battery is to make sure that it's the same length, width and depth. Particularly if you've got a car like this where you've got a box and a cover to go over it. Classic minis, things that I do quite a lot, you can get away with having slightly different sizes because you've got a bit of a wriggle room there. A lip on the front to make sure that bracket is going to fit onto it. And obviously the positive and the negative terminals are the right way around. It says here, please remove before fitting. So we'll take these stickers here off. So before I fit this battery in, I'm going to fit that positive terminal back on. Much easier to fit this when it's off the car. Okay. Lift it in. Now the bracket is a little bit fiddly to get in, so it's probably best if you put it onto the socket, lower it down into place, and then try and move the bolt to try and line it up with the hole. Oh, you just drop it in first time to the right hole. Wow, that has never ever happened. Just tighten that down. Okay, that's that socket done. You can then put our negative terminal back on the battery, making sure that it's running through the various cutouts in this cover. That's tight. And then the positive terminal. On that. That goes on as well. Now in theory, when I turn the key, should start. Fingers crossed. Okay, so before we close this off, the last thing to do is just check with the multimeter to make sure that the battery, when the engine's off, has got 12 volts, and when you're charging, it goes to 14 volts or slightly higher. This is running absolutely perfect, so what I'll do is I'll put the battery covers on, take it for a quick run, just make sure everything's settled, it's fine, make sure everything's working inside as well, and then we're done. Okay, so that's it from me for today. I guess the next thing to do is just to give it a quick wash because it's filthy. So if you have liked this content today, it's nice and quick and simple. Please click a like down below and leave me a comment as well. Also, if you can, please subscribe to the channel by clicking my face over here. It really means a lot to me, hopefully for the growth of this channel. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.